Welcome back, everyone, to the final lap of Business Morning here on Channels Television. We're live to you from FMDQ, OTC Securities Exchange headquarters in Lagos. We're hosting today's show live from here. Don't forget, at 1:30 in the afternoon, we're crossing over from our headquarters studios back into this location to bring you up to speed what has happened in the first 3 hours of today's trading. About 1:30 local time, we'll bring you up to speed and get some sense of one of the traders talking to us here at 1:30 in the afternoon. Then later today at 5 p.m. we'll bring you the entire market close. We'll show you the volume of what is coming to today and what the closing price for the closing value of Nigeria's naira against the US dollar, the last trade settle. We'll have that for you at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So stick around with Channels Television throughout today as we make history 30 years after bringing you this new relaunch of the FMDQ Interbank FX market. But let's get back to the terminals here. Let's get back very quickly and remind you the settled trades that we've seen so far. Rates haven't really gone out of hand as far as the settled trade is concerned. 255 naira to the dollar and some quite sizable volume being traded among the dealers. But let's give you this quickly from the central bank. Nigeria's central bank has just confirmed that it will clear, or has resolved to clear, all the backlog of the FX demand in the Nigerian market through the spot and forward settlements. The total figure about $5 billion US. So on this day, the central bank has brought confidence into the market, has decided to take off the total arrears of the market, so the airlines, the other institutions around the world that are owed money could get their money right as we speak. The central bank will see to that and take the $5 billion off the floor of the books, so that's sort of cleaning the books, as it were. As far as Nigeria is concerned, the country not owing anyone out there, as far as this market is concerned, they will start everything on a clean note. That's the confidence, that's the weight that the central bank is bringing into the new Interbank FX market, both as a buyer and as a seller. So the central bank is taking that of the market, and that will help the other market participants to move on and see the market, what you call the level playing field. And that's what the central bank has done and has just announced. That will sustain the integrity of the Nigerian Interbank FX market, and that has now been confirmed. So all those who have fears about how would the airlines get the money, how would other third-party overseas firms, clearing houses get the money, now they're getting their money, and the central bank says your $5 billion is assured, and we'll clear that through the spot, the forward, the futures market settlement. So that's the news there. But let's get back to a few minutes to get a sense. Let's switch a little bit to the bond markets. Let's just take a bit of the fixed income space with some of these tenured instruments that you find here in the Naira bond market. These were some of the transactions via the Bloomberg terminal that you can see here, and the volumes as is what you see here. And of course, this is a little bit tricky for those who are not really into it. But of course, just a bit of explanation. You have this here, you find the ID of all the companies, organizations trading, whether it's Fidelity by any of the banks or whatever, you find it here. Then you have the size of the volume of bonds, you find the bid and ask, you have the volume and the ID of the organization doing the trade. You have the last volume, the last total volume there in this column, and of course you have the highs and the low and the time when this Naira bond, benchmark bonds, Nigeria benchmark bonds were executed. So that's where we are at the moment. It's about 7 minutes to the top of the hour. But if you get back here, as you have heard earlier, the market is going to start a little bit slow. It's going to be a little bit quiet. We expect that to happen as everybody tiptoes into the market, trying to see how things will play out. And that is why you see very little amount of transactions already consummated. Of course, it's a lot of back-end trading, bid and ask, trying to find the right price with the volume that a particular dealer has to match with another dealer who's got the right volume or who's got the right price to settle it. And when those transactions are consummated, you find that happening, coming up here in the final end, that the FMDQ OTC Securities Exchange is allowing us to show to the whole wide world. We're not able to show you what goes on at the back end. But of course, this is the final window, and you can see that here. You can see the time, you can see the volume at price, and you can see the weighted average price, you can see the volume at price, and you can see both the bid and ask. But of course, what you see here is the price, the trade volume, and the turnover. That's the size of the transaction that is coming through. Of course, what will be very important to a lot of Nigerians is this particular second column, the price at which they will be buying or selling the dollar. So if they're taking a look at this right now on television, that's perhaps what they'll be going in to ask their bank, at what price will I be able to buy or sell Nigeria's currency. So let's just do a very quick recap for you as we wrap up the program. What you've seen in the last 1 hour is to take you back 30 years ago and fast forward that for another 30 years, showing you what we've been able to achieve as far as the Interbank FX in Nigeria is concerned. This will be a lot of good news for the government, but of course there's a lot of work to be done on the fiscal side to rebalance the budget, looking at the exchange rate. But the big story here, that the central bank has decided to clear the backlog of about $5 billion arrears that's been on the market since 15 months ago, when the market decided to go on a bit of a hiatus. Now that is being defrozen, and we're back to a brand new day. We hope you enjoy the program, everyone. We'll be back at 1:30 in the afternoon. We'll cross over during the Business Incorporated and back here at the FMDQ OTC Securities Exchange headquarters in downtown Lagos to bring you up to speed as we get more trade via the Thomson Reuters FX tracking system. I am boosting them off. I'll join you again at 1:30 and finally at 5 o'clock this evening. Do have a great day, and bye for now. See you soon.